Good morning, guys. GMs, happy Monday to you. Man, week two. Week 2 of Chain Reactor. This is going to fly. I can feel it. I can feel it. The show, the year, this market. Man, a lot going on over the weekend. A lot going on already this morning. I mean, man, I didn't see a lot of NFT news this weekend outside of Blast, and we are definitely talking about Blast today. But maybe just I can't underestimate, or we in general can't underestimate the NFT ecosystem over on Blast. I think it's going to cook. But yeah, this morning, just news. News starting to fly around. Not good news, I'll say that. Some stuff that came in after my morning video too, so we're going to get into some news about the SEC. Yeah, we got a Wells notice or a well notice. Oh boy, over to Robinhood. Yeah, not looking great there. But yeah, let's do our GMs real quick. Peter, locking in that first. Nice job, bro. Hulk, I wish I could give you the tie, but yeah, you claimed it. You got second. How you guys doing, though? How was your weekend? Did you celebrate May the 4th? Better believe I did. Man, I forced that a little bit. I'm going to be honest. I hope my brother doesn't hear me. I hope some of my friends don't hear me, but Star Wars doesn't feel the same. I'll just say that. Oh, man. Happy Monday indeed, though. Join good morning, Hulk. Good morning, Assassin. Ooh. Good morning, brother. Yeah, hope your weekend was great, guys. Hope the Monday's off to a great start. Man, let's get into stuff. I'm going to start here with like a little safety notice. You know, a little word of caution. Anytime I see a story like this, I try to lead off the episode with it because it's so important and it just keeps happening. And I know I've been got before. I know some of you probably have too. But yeah, yet another story of someone having their wallet drained. I peeked at the wallet. I don't think this guy lost too much. But, you know, the context. If it was all he had, it's everything. This part's crazy, though. So we'll add a little extra word of caution here. Man, do not take out freaking loans to buy NFTs. That's, man, I don't want to pile on the guy while he's down, but it's not like he's going to see this. But dumb? Dude, don't take out loans to buy NFTs. I can't think of something more stupid. So, super bummer. Good reminder, guys. Man, do the hardware wallets, of course, but like more than that, split your assets up and do the hot wallet, cold wallet. For anybody new that's watching, and I don't just mean new to the show, but like new to NFTs in general, this is really, really important, right? You need to be using more than one wallet. Don't just have your one wallet and you buy in and collect from there and you store everything there. That's how you end up like this. So have at least 2 wallets. Have a wallet where you store all your stuff. Have your other wallet where you buy things. Right after you buy it, send it over to that other wallet. And don't connect that wallet to anything. Keep that as a cold wallet. That's what we call it. And man, yeah, just keep it safe that way. But the more you split up your stuff, the better. I totally understand that it gets expensive, right? If you're going to buy and then transfer every single asset out of that wallet, it is expensive. So if you need to, wait till things are cheap enough with gas, which they have been recently. So if you need to do that. But just consider that an added expense to this whole, you know, this ecosystem, to this market. Add it as a step, a necessary step to your process. You got to do that. You have to. As safe as you are, I'm sure, you will get got. You will click something. A friend of yours is going to tweet something out that they think is legit. You think it's safe because your friend tweeted it. You're going to click it. Like, it's going to happen. Whether it's now or in a few weeks or whether it's this year or in 5 or 10 years. And hopefully not at that point when you have so much more to lose, but man, it's going to happen. It will. And it's always a bummer. It's always soul crushing. Dude, right, Choina? Yeah, that's brutal. Oh, no. You didn't do anything wrong, man. In fact, I might argue you maybe did it right. But yeah, that's good. Good morning, Dead. One of my OG idiot boys. That's it, dude. Yeah. Hot, warm, cold. As much as you can split it up and as much as you can keep stuff. Yeah. As much as you can keep one wallet that never connects. Never. Yep. Yeah, I kind of figured people watching here know the deal and probably are set up properly. But like more and more, I learned that there are people new to the space. We believe it or not, did get new people in NFTs this year. And I know that from now doing some content, people reach out and say, "Hey, I'm new. This is I'm learning about NFTs through this, which is fantastic. I'm always going to push safety, but because of that, I know we have people that are brand new to NFTs. So it's our jobs as the veterans, as the vets of NFTs and crypto. We got to usher them in the right way and preaching safety first. Super important. Guys, do me a favor. No matter where you're watching, if you're watching over on YouTube, first off, thank you. Make sure you're subscribed over there. Let me pull it up real quick. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. It's called SlamX Official. So you want to subscribe over here and then over on X. If you're watching there, you're probably already following, but make sure you're following Crypto Slam on X. I've said many, many times, and man, it is really starting to ramp up, but a lot of big stuff coming. A lot of stuff we've been working on for years at this point. So kind of about to come to fruition. I can't wait. I can't wait to show you what the family's been working on, and it's going to be pretty damn cool. So yeah, again, make sure you're subbed here. Make sure you follow Crypto Slam on X. And then finally, just share out the show, guys. Make sure people know what we're doing, that we're cooking. And with that said, God, maybe I should tweet it out too. I'm the worst at that. All right, here's what I've been doing. I just put on music while I get it tweeted out. Let me tweet it out, and then I want to get right into our stories today. I got a little over an hour today too, so if you guys want to go a little over, well, I'm down. Let's do the Kongs anthem. Hope they don't mind. I'm sure they don't mind. But yeah, give me a quick second to get this tweeted out here. Also, by the way, any point, anytime, like drop comments if you have any stories, anything that's cooking out there. Drop them in here, because if it's not on my list already, I want to make sure to cover it. All right, we're ready. Cool. All right, appreciate you guys. I'm going to keep that jam going. God, I love this song so much. Yeah. Assassin, I came from an IT background before I got into Web3, and man, I have never worked somewhere so security conscious, which is awesome. Really trained me for this. And then, of course, even I fall victim to one of these things. It's man, it's kind of a matter of time till something gets you. Had a little scare over the weekend too, like really minor, but I started getting notifications that somebody was logging into an older Twitter account. Man, when I start seeing that, I start freaking out about my current accounts, which are locked down really well, but you know, when you see people poking and prodding, it gets you a little concerned. I mean, it should. It has me really security focused right now. So I plan today, tomorrow. Man, the beginning of the week is so busy, but I definitely plan to readdress all of my accounts, reset passwords, double check 2FA, all that stuff. I do not want to chance anything right now. Yeah, you feel it. You feel it when you start getting notifications. Yeah, gotta be careful. Yeah, that's it. Yep, keep one of those wallets, again, connect it to nothing. Nothing. Create the wallet address, store your seed phrase, and do that safely. And then the only thing you do with that address is send stuff to it. Stuff you're going to keep for the long haul, right? That's where a warm wallet can kind of come into play. If there's stuff you know you're going to be selling and stuff, maybe that's your third wallet. You know what I mean? You don't connect it often. It's only when you're going on trusted marketplaces. But again, just be smart. If you have questions about security in general, reach out. Oh, did you lose? Hang on. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, man. It happens. It happens way too easy, too. Anyway, we're going to get to NFTs. Okay. I don't mean to talk current events really, but I'm going to. Because, man, are you guys all into this? The Drake Kendrick thing? I like hip hop. Like, I love hip hop. I'm kind of starting to get back into rock right now, which has been fun. I haven't been into rock in years. But the Drake and Kendrick thing has been wild. Like, what a blast. But then Trevor's point here really, really resonated here. Like, it's the biggest thing out there. Everyone's talking about it. My kids are talking about it. My wife knows about it too. Like, everybody, right? And so, okay, it's all over social media. But Trevor's point here, think about how big this would be if there was a financial stake in this, right? If you were betting on this, and there are platforms where you bet on these kind of things. So I imagine that probably exists already right now. There's some way to bet on it. Who's winning, right? I don't know how you vote on it. Maybe they're going by views on the videos, whatever. But I love this point because this is where I do think it's all going. I mean, at some point, bet on absolutely everything. Hell, there's that new betting platform on Blast. So maybe they have something similar here. But I mean, yeah. Imagine how much more vested you would be if it's not just like you're supporting your favorite artist, or if you're not just following because it's fun, but you got a little financial interest in it too. Yeah, bring it on. Anyway, that stuff's wild. I don't think I can play the animation here, but yeah, this is pretty much sums up what's going on, which is hope you guys are on the same page here. But Kendrick absolutely murdering Drake. Man, oh man. There's a song attached to this too, and it's incredible, but this, sums it up, right? It's good, dude. It's good having this kind of beef and these kind of like battles again. I'm like a 90s kid. So like that 90s shit was wild. This feels like that again. I love it, man. I love it. So crypto, because it impacts the NFT market so much, we got to touch on crypto to start. Yeah. Hey, I'll say this. The last Drake song was maybe his best one in the whole bunch. Like, solid, but also you can tell, like, waving the white flag a little bit, and I don't buy half of what he's selling. But yeah, last song was pretty decent. I'm waiting for Kendrick's reply today. Kendrick's been killing him consistently, so I don't know. Anyway, Bitcoin, though, this is pretty fantastic, guys. So Friday, for the first time since the Bitcoin ETFs, all of the flows were in the positive. None of the Bitcoin ETFs had negative flows. Those outflows, right? And I think it shows you how much these ETFs now control the market. Because when these had negative flows, negative outflows, or maybe I can word it as when outflows outpaced inflows, we had Bitcoin down, and down pretty significantly. So in a way, at least to me, it feels like, without being some kind of freaking Bitcoin guru here, but it feels like the ETFs have a lot of power and impact on the Bitcoin price in general. Clearly, they're doing millions upon millions, if not billions, in volume daily here. So it's a good look. Now, this interesting, too. This was, I believe, on Friday. No, actually, this was Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday, 70% of all the Bitcoin transactions were runes. Ain't that wild? So we are going to get into runes a bit here today. They've definitely cooled off, right? Like, no doubt about that. So runes cooling. Runes not dead, though. Yeah, don't mistake it as runes dead. Runes are going to be just fine. This is what being early feels like. This is what early ordinals felt like. This is what early NFTs felt like. This is what all the early meme coins on Solana, on whatever chain, but this is what they feel like early on. They don't just go to 1 billion overnight, and there's probably some that have, but they don't go to 1 billion overnight. They take time. They take weeks. Some of them take months. But I do think we're in the middle of something special here. This actually happened over the weekend too, but guys, RSIC flipped dog in market cap, which is pretty significant. I do think RSIC's looking like your top coin. And I do think dog's going to be right up there. And I think we'll keep seeing these guys flip-flop each other. I can't think of a reason why that wouldn't happen. But R6, man, they feel like a team of builders, and I think they got more up their sleeves. And I still am kind of thinking Feihu might be related to them. Maybe. Maybe. Curious what you guys are thinking, but I'm seeing a lot more people talking about that too. Here, let me look at this real quick. Is it possible for that one guy that doesn't like runes to vote runes and ordinals out of the block? Yeah. Well, yes. He can't do it alone, but yeah, and that is actually his goal. So we're probably talking about Luke Dashier, right? Like he's a big name Bitcoin dev. And yes, they can vote to, patch. They consider runes and ordinals, they consider it spam. So they absolutely can upgrade, fork Bitcoin to exclude those. They can do that, absolutely. Is it possible? Well, again, it is possible. The likelihood of that is pretty darn low. It's pretty darn low because it's going to take not just one person. And for the most part, I think that a majority of the people who have a say in that, I think they're welcoming the traffic, the adoption of Bitcoin, right? So it's very possible. You have to consider that when you're throwing big money into this stuff. Keep in mind that this could go to zero and disappear. It could. Absolutely could happen. But it would require a vote and a fork. It would probably require a fork. Just like OPCat's going to require a soft fork, it'll require something like that. But it definitely can happen, yeah. What's up, Andre? Good to see you, man. So yeah, keep that in mind. Again, we if we're practicing or preaching safety, be safe with even ordinals and runes. Know that this could go to zero. Very, very new assets. Or I should say asset class. And it is not guaranteed to be there forever. Although, I think it's going to be. This was our big news of the morning, and man, unexpected maybe? I don't know, man. I'm expecting this war to continue and just to keep heating up. So I would say not unexpected to see Robinhood getting a well notice from the SEC. See if we can find some specific points here, and I did see these earlier, but these are the kind of things that can scare out normies. Potential action may involve a civil injunction, public administrative proceeding, a cease and desist, which that'd be crazy. Like, Robinhood is normies on board to crypto. So is Coinbase, right? But I feel like Robinhood, I actually don't know which is bigger. I don't. But Robinhood is a major, major deal. And if they get a cease and desist, yikes. What else? Yeah, civil money penalties. Whole lot of stuff, right? Repercussions here are pretty big. We're just getting started, guys, really. Now, of course, Robinhood comes out and says that the SEC is a weak case. I don't know that they would say anything differently here. So, this is something I definitely have to review. Gotta do some digging and see what both sides are saying here. But yeah, man, I feel like Coinbase and Robinhood are operating within the framework that exists. And the problem really lies with the SEC not making it clear. Right? I mean, this has kind of been the whole point of contention all along. The SEC has not made it clear which of these are securities or which are not. And I think these guys are doing a good job policing themselves. I really do. And I think the SEC purposefully is making it unclear. Just like we saw with Ethereum, they've been calling it a security for over a year now, behind the scenes. But their only other public statements were that it's a commodity. So, bad dudes over there. And I tweeted this morning, and it's true, that in the SEC, they are divided. There's a whole lot of people that work at the SEC who are very pro-crypto. Very, very much against Gensler here. So, yeah, don't assume this is the whole SEC that are the bad guys here. I don't know how many. I don't know what that divide looks like, the percentage on each side, but just know that Gensler probably is not in the majority there. And that dude's got to go. Dude has got to go. Is he a scammer, by the way? Luke Dashier? Like scammer in what way? It's weird to me seeing Bitcoin guys trying to censor stuff, going against exactly what Bitcoin was supposed to be against. Like they've lost their way. They really have. It's kind of crazy. They suddenly became like the boomers and have lost. They lost the magic of what makes Bitcoin and blockchain so magical. They've lost it. It's wild. It's that saying, right? It's die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain, and dude's become a villain. Also, I've read through his X feed, man. He sounds like a nut. So, he does. If we get a chance, maybe I'll pull that up here. This is also, I don't think this is new, but Michael Saylor forecast the SEC is going to target altcoins. That would reshape crypto trading, but also how? I try to think of how that would be enforced. I imagine a lot of these coins are not launched by anybody here in the States. Some are, for sure. But how do you police these altcoins or the shit coins? And I wonder what they're defining as our altcoins. Like, is Solana an altcoin? I kind of think it is, right? And is Ethereum an altcoin? Or is he talking like our meme coins and our shit coins? And at that point, what are you doing? Going after dexes? And how deep and how far does it go? Does it get to the point where it's like picture Tornado Swap or Tornado Cash, right? Where if they saw your wallet interact with Tornado Cash, you were blacklisted, right? Do you think they end up doing that if your wallet is interacted with certain shit coins? Do you think they can kind of block your wallet? Block any crypto you've sent from that wallet to, like, let's say Coinbase. Do you think they could go that far? Because that would be worrisome, but I don't know that they would do that or can do that. I don't know. But I just try to think, how do they actually police these altcoins? And this goes back to my, something that ended up winning me over to crypto and actually NFTs, which is, I think no matter what they want to do, I don't think they can stop it. I don't think there's tech that can stop it. And it's what got me to the point where I was ready to buy into this whole ecosystem. Like, they can hate it. They can try to attack it. They can try to destroy it. I don't think they actually can. And just more and more, the more decentralized this gets, the more impossible it becomes for them. So they have to attack stablecoins and dexes and centralized exchanges. That's their that's their way. But ultimately, when more, let's say, product stores, whatever, start accepting crypto, it doesn't work. It all falls apart there. So I don't know. Interesting to watch. All these still signs that we're very early. We're so early in crypto. But still, we got a battle ahead. We got a war ahead. Interesting. Hey, how long ago was that, DJ Hulk? They'll do that if you interact with certain things. If you interact, I've seen them like, okay, if you have purchased or traded, let's say, a collection that's based out of, that was created by someone in Russia, this is just an example, and I did see this. They have blocked wallets who have held that NFT. I've seen that happen. DJ, am I maybe using your examples? Just something that maybe you had shared and that I know about? But I've seen exactly this happen. Dead, great, man, great. That's exactly spot on. Like, you cannot stop it. So, all right, guys, with all that negative news, and yeah, quite a bit of negative news, on top of the positive stuff, right? Like, the ETF news was great. The transaction news was great. Oh, and by the way, Bitcoin crossed, was it 1 billion? Yeah, 1 billion transactions. It's pretty big. It's a big milestone. So 1 billion transactions, not in a day, but I think in its lifetime. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Bitcoin looking pretty strong considering bad news. I wonder if we're going to get a reaction a little bit later, but past 24 hours up 0.4%. We were close to 65K Bitcoin and yeah, not quite there right now, but we're there. And I do think we're heading towards that next new all-time high. And I just, man, it doesn't feel like it's super far off. And by time frame, a few months. But it feels like we're kind of on that leg here. ETH down slightly. Solana up big. Solana's such, man, it's so interesting. It moves different, or it moves more extremely than the other tokens around it. Just something I noticed. And it's probably, almost definitely because that ecosystem of meme coins is just so hot. And that's primarily what's being done over there on Solana. It's wild. Quick peek at these meme coins. Yeah, pretty mixed day there, huh? Again, I don't trade these. I wish I did. But that brings us to crypto. Just realized, guys, got one more tweet to fire out. This is like officially my tweet music. What the hell? Nah, we're good. Okay. Anyway, forecast 500 NFT index. You guys know what it is. Looks at the value of the NFT market. Right now, decent. And in the green the past few days, which has been awesome, and largely because crypto has been up. But yeah, the NFT market up 0.36%. Looking solid there. Sales, though, not looking great. If you saw my video this morning, again, this is probably a little bit of a little deja vu for you. But yeah, 21.1 million in cross-chain sales. Up, though, which is rare on Sundays. It is. Usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all declining. But yeah, yesterday up a little bit. Kind of across the board, everything was up. Trade profits, though, still not great. And it's been a stretch. Check this out. It's been a stretch of negative trade profits here. And with crypto running, crypto being up, you got to think of why. Why are people taking losses if, in theory, the NFTs are worth more? So I still think it's looking for opportunities. It's getting liquid. There's opportunities in other places. Maybe like runes, which are pretty darn low. Like runes are, again, we're going to get to runes, but pretty darn low. Some of those ordinals also feel a little discounted. And I think it's Blast, guys. I think Blast is starting to really attract attention. And we said that here. We said as soon as you start seeing all these gold rewards on your timeline, people are going to start moving over there. And I know this because I'm going to do it, right? I should have done it weeks ago. I was saying weeks ago, as soon as we start seeing people making money over there, we're going to FOMO in, right? The best time to do that is before everybody else. Well, I'm going to be in the crowd with everybody else running over there. But I still think it's early, and I don't want to miss it. And more than that, man, I want to be able to learn that ecosystem, to be able to share it with you guys, but it's time, Hey, DGen, I guarantee that was the reason. Guaranteed. If there's an NFT collection from a sanctioned country, then they're going to block you on OpenSea. Guarantee that's why. So yeah. Real quick too, I'll just mention weekly sales, also incredibly low. Easily the lowest of 2024. See it here, 153.3 mil. The lowest of 2024, again, easily. And really the lowest since here. So that first week of November, which last week, similar story, right? Last week was the lowest since this time. Or I should say the week before. What we were just looking at is last week. So yeah, now last week beating even that, the prior week. And again, the lowest since the first week of November. Man, I don't want to go back here. I don't know about you guys. I do not want to go back to this stretch. That was rough. In hindsight, okay, I'm curious, guys. In hindsight, that really rough stretch of that bear market. So I'm talking, let's see, end of July, right? That or was it June? When was the Azuki Elemental mint? I feel like that was end of June. It might have been end of July. No, it was end of June. It was right here. This was Elemental, and then it was like straight down. It was falling off a cliff. In hindsight, does that feel like a shorter period of time than it felt like when we were in it? I'll say, to me, it does. Like, to me, it felt like that was forever. It felt like it was forever and that we were not coming back for years. Like, it really felt like that to me. Although, like, expecting a beginning of the year pump, right? Always am expecting that. We happen to get it early. We happen to get our pump in October, and it just, end of October, continued through November, got even hotter in December. So we did get it. I'm just shocked because that doesn't look as bad as it felt back then. It felt awful, guys, didn't it? And then let me give this a refresh here, but I want to check the top collections here. Hide those BRC20s. You know what? I've not seen any big individual NFT sales. Like, nothing that stood out. No grails. But yeah, general ordinals collection. D-God's still cooking. In fact, you guys remember last week they were on this chart twice, both the ETH collection and then the Solana collection. But yeah, nothing really remarkable. Nothing standing out here. I'll just put it this way. NFT's feeling a little boring right now, kind of, right? And I think you're seeing that in floor prices. Here's Solana. Total mixed bag. Just, I'm not feeling any strong storylines. I'm not feeling anything that's driving hype to any of these guys. Bored Apes are different. And wow, Bored Apes over 16. I'm gonna have to look into that and see why. They're up almost an ETH just in a few hours here. So I wonder why Bored Apes. I don't think they had news, but definitely gonna peek. But yeah, in general, like a mixed bag over here as well. I think this is just traders trading and the floor price movements. Nothing deeper than that. It's just people kind of cycling in and out of things, playing for small gains, I guess. I do want to peek at Yuga real quick. Well, I'll do that in a minute. And then Blast again, or excuse me, Base. Just nothing really cooking there. So we're waiting. I think it's coming. This weekend, a lot about blobs, though. I think, other than Beeple, I think blobs was the top story. And, man, they got a great story, right? So we're going to talk that. We're going to get into our top stories at this point, though, guys. We're going to get into Beeple's Deathmatch, which was fucking awesome, guys. It was so cool. So we're going to get into Beeple. We're going to get into Blob. We're going to get into Blast. But, yeah, just looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's ecosystem and what's moving, how our price is looking. Node Monkey's pulling back, guys. Same with puppets. I still am looking for those puppets under 0.2. I really think they can get there. If we stay cool, I really think they can get there. And I saw that the Merlin L2, I don't think those puppets were unlocked yet. I hope I'm right about that, but that came from Data Monkey. And he said these hadn't left. So we may get some supply of puppets incoming, as in listed. And, man, I really do think that could put us under 0.2. And I'm buying if they go under 0.2. I'm grabbing one. All right, let's hit... I'm going to hit the Beeple event, dude. I mean, again, so cool. All right, so curious, were any of you guys watching this? Here, let me see if I can do sound on here, too. Again, so freaking cool. Beeple's just a different dude. All right. So setting this up, again, I hope you know. If not, Beeple invited a whole bunch of artists to his studio in South Carolina. And they competed. I think they had little time slots, and he gave a topic. Everybody sat there and whipped up their, piece of art on the theme. And then he tweeted them out. And it was in batches of 4, right? So he put out the 4 pieces, and he let all of us vote on them. It was so cool. How cool is that, man? I would love to make it out to that studio. This dude's, man, I love Beeple. I love this guy. So your winner there, and I love it. Seems like a great dude, but wins this trophy, wins the belt. And your final 2 pieces, which are actually both fantastic. But actually, let me get you the topic here. The theme was the future. That simple. So you had 2 guys going head-to-head who made it to the finals, right? Theme was the future. Whoever gets the most votes wins. If you guys don't know who won already, what would you be picking here, A or B? Oh, no kidding. What kind of party, Choina? I saw he's done a few, but that's wild. Studio looks amazing, by the way. Yeah, dude, Bananakin. I was going to pull him. Bananakin is such a cool dude. And, yeah, it was great to see him out there. Great to see him. Hang on. What? What the? Hang on a second. Completely unrelated. But it seems kind of fucking awesome. Jupiter Exchange allows users to trade assets that aren't native on Solana without needing to bridge. This example here, they're letting you trade Doge, some kind of wrapped Doge, on Solana, though. Wow, dude. Am I crazy, or does that seem like kind of a big deal? That seems like kind of a... I mean, man, this ecosystem just like growing and growing and growing, and man, imagine getting into this now. Like, picture how rough all these tools and platforms were when you first got in, and how much different it is now. It's like, it's so built out. It's so robust. What you got? What you got? Dude, you know what sucks? I can't click on this stuff. Look on chain. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, I wish there was a way for you guys to... You know what? I'm going to have to pop up a Discord. Or I was talking to Dad earlier today. It might be time to launch a friend tech, like a club. Okay, what was that topic here? Good morning, Lex. What was that link? What is the story about? Because I'm sorting through the looks. What is it called? Look on chain timeline right now. I'll pull that up though. I'm curious. But back to Beeple real quick. Okay, your A, B. I'll tell you what. I like these both. They're both pretty killer. I think I would have voted A. I think that's what I would have gone for. But A was not your winner. B was your winner. This is your winning artist. So fucking cool. This young man, I think that was the first ever deathmatch, right? Digital art deathmatch, which is so crazy. Joshua Brockett. And it's cool. Like, Beeple had talked to him years ago after seeing his everydays, like 5 years ago. And so, yeah, this young man, dude, just 1,000 followers. But this young man's like just beat out a whole bunch of gangsters. Like, just killer artists. So good for him. Like, congrats to you, Joshua, man. Absolutely incredible. And this is what Beeple can do, man. He's so big, he can make a career. So, love that. Love freaking Beeple. You guys ready for the spice? I think, okay, yes, the Beeple story was the biggest of the weekend, but I think not to downplay that. But to me, this might have been a bigger deal. It's apples orange. It's apples oranges. Totally different things. One was art. I love art. It's my favorite thing to collect. But that epic sat coming from the first block in the halving, right? After the halving, there's one epic sat. There's 32 epic sats ever. And this is the first one to ever get inscribed on. So pretty damn cool. That sat initially bought for 33 Bitcoin just a couple weeks ago. It was bought by some of the guys on the Blob team, and I believe some OMB guys, right? And there's a few others involved here too, but man, they're cooking here. So yeah, they inscribed this guy. You see that right there? This that like emerald. That's the little logo you get for being inscribed on an epic sat. So pretty damn cool. Also, okay, this weekend, if you tune into live shows, you probably saw it. I played that track. Like, again, it's an audio-visual thing. In fact, let me try here. But here's the big thing, right? That is actually going to be tied to a rune. So it is the only rune that's tied to an epic sat. Does it matter? Like, I really wonder if that moves the needle at all. I would like to think it does not. But, the story and narrative can really matter. I don't know. If I were a betting man, does that move the needle? Does that matter? I think no. But what matters is the team behind it, and it's a team that's got attention and hype, right? Yeah, let me see if you guys can hear this.
Book of Blob, Spike 1. In 2049, man merged with machine. The cosmos wrinkled, and Blob 9 was forged. In the fires of Spike 49, humanity, the synced, linked, outliers, the freedom fighters, neuropunks, guardians of the free mind, the Order of Mokai. Now it is your turn.
So damn cool.
Reunite your family.
It's so damn cool.
Restore balance to the Blob. An epic journey awaits.
That Blob team is cooking. God damn this song. Guys, the Blob team is cooking. Something about them. I have a Blob. I'm not selling it. That team is cooking something, and I don't know what. But I'm not selling this bad boy. I think they got something crazy coming. I'm not missing it, man. I'm not going to be on the sidelines when that happens. So, yeah, now they're cooking a rune. People assuming that's going to Blob holders. I want that rune. I want it. I like the team. I like it. They got all the respect from all around this space. Yeah. Blobs are going to cook. So cool. All right, so that. Now the parent of an epic rune. I guess we can call it that. So yeah, I think that was some pretty damn big news. I really do. Like what the guys are doing. I like the provenance. Yes, the provenance. I said it. Good stuff. Now, runes in general, not doing great. Right? Check this out. This is from Boiler Tribe, Boiler 77. But yeah, I mean, everything just down across the board. If you've got runes, you've looked. Doesn't feel great, but also, if you're holding runes, I think we all are on the same page with where we think they're going. It's like we said earlier. They're young, man. They're going to take some time to cook. They got to get on more marketplaces. And check this out. Arsic, right? As far as I know, that's the only rune that you can do spot trading over on what platform? OKX, right? You don't buy and sell the bundles. You trade it like any other meme coin or fungible token. Well, that happens in, like we showed earlier, they flip dog. So we're going to see a lot more crazy price action when those get on exchanges and when they offer spot trading on them. But right now it looks like this. And again, that doesn't feel great. I still feel good. How about you guys? In general, how are you guys feeling about how runes are going? Living up to expectations, or are you let down a bit? I'm feeling it. Now, the other thing, and yet again, if you caught the morning video and have been catching the past few days, you know what I'm feeling out there, which is Blast starting to really heat up. Again, I said it. A lot of you guys said it. I think we all felt this. When we start seeing people make money, we're all FOMOing into Blast, to that ecosystem. And those NFTs, right? You don't even have to go play those games. You don't. You don't have to play anything else, man. You can just play the NFTs, and right now they are absolutely cooking. A lot of regrets on my side, I'll tell you this. Because these were all dirt cheap, dude. I mean, these were nothing. All these were nothing just a few weeks ago. Pluto Cat's up to basically 2.5 ETH. Blastopian's cooking. Again, my brother Henry told me Blastopians. Under 0.1, I want to say like 0.05, 0.06, and I didn't touch them. I just didn't want to be bothered with bridging. I mean, right? Like just all those little steps, kind of off-putting. But like everything in this space, you take those extra steps, you're early. Because everybody's acting like me and saying, I don't want to click. I don't want to take the 20 minutes to go set this up. They're going to set it up when they see people making thousands and thousands of dollars, and that's exactly where we're at now. So check out Blur. Let's bring up Blur so you can see the volume over there. We saw it last week too, but Blur, I should say Blast NFTs on Blur are cooking. So floor price changes here, right? This stuff is cooking. Volume down, but again, this is over the weekend. It's always slow on the weekend. But floor price is absolutely cooking here. Really, really regret not playing over there. It is what it is, and I'm going to get in this week. And it's probably fantasy topped. It's got me probably mostly itching. But I love this, that there's some guys out there being really helpful, and this is what I hope to be able to do too. I want to help people like get into that ecosystem and understand what to look at. Some of you guys here, you've been in there, you've been sharing your thoughts, you've been giving some really, really good advice too. Yeah, Choina, you're right. You literally cannot. There's not enough time in the day to catch all the winners. It speaks to how great the space is where there are there's that many winners. There really are. So it's pretty fantastic. Yes. Yeah, Andre. Man, no runes yet. Interesting. Well, Choina, you probably did well because right now you can get them all cheap. If even now is the time to get in, which it may not be. But check this out. Easy. Love this dude. But he's showing how $1,000 gets you into that ecosystem probably and helps you do well. And he's given his suggestions here. Again, I recognize these because guys here, you in this community have shared these too. District 1, Pac Moon. And he's basically saying just pick something. Just pick some stuff and start exploring. I really think Blast is much easier than probably a lot of us were thinking at first. It sounds complicated. You hear farming and you think complicated. It turns out Blast isn't. You know, bridging and finding the right platforms, and now we got the guys sharing the platforms, but stats here, I think great points all around too. Right? People talking about it like it's a grift. Not sure I ever thought that, but my big takeaway from him is it feels low risk. And largely because of this, you don't have to do anything. You can go park your ETH and park your stablecoin, and you can earn 3% on your ETH. You can earn 10% on your stablecoin. Spot on about Pac-Man. Like a proven track record of being able to deliver rewards. He's right. Honestly, I think it could not be easier than this. I can't wait anymore. Like I can't. It's like at this point just seems way too obvious. There's going to be a lot of people winning. We're already starting to see it. And Fantasy Top. Yeah, that's the one we're hearing about a lot in the past week. We're going to be hearing about them a lot more today because they have a main competition kicking off today. Oh, you know what? Wait, is this a separate competition or is this prizes for the people who won whatever was last week? Because there was something last week too. Yeah, I kind of think this is a new competition. I saw guys like War Daddy and Farouk. They're talking about setting their lineups. I think this is a brand new competition here. So yeah, again, expect to see your timeline flooded with this, with your points, with engagement farming from the influencers, but also with people making, like, earning some gold. Again, a lot of these guys earning. So yeah, okay. There was a first tournament. Maybe this wasn't what they consider the main tournament, but there was a tournament. This is the gold they gave out for that. And man, I saw people hitting some serious paydays without us knowing what gold is worth yet, right? Because it's not really a token yet. But I know like Stats is projected it's worth around, I don't know, 10, 12, 13 bucks, something like that per gold. So on top of the games, Blast also does this like jackpot. Maybe it's randomized. Maybe they give it to whatever platforms they feel like. But Fantasy Top earned this jackpot. And man, like, people really won big on this. They really won big on this. Check this out. So here's Zenika's winnings. From Fantasy Top being the jackpot winner. So I think this is what, I'm assuming this right here is what Fantasy Top got. This is how much of that Zenika got. Now, keep in mind, he is like up there. He's like up there top of the pack as far as performers on Fantasy Top. But dude, yeah, 1,500, almost 1,600 gold times 10. 10 bucks, right? Pretty freaking good. Right? So yeah, you're going to see a lot of these winnings. You are... okay, I got to get better speaking for myself. I'm going to FOMO in. Yes, I most definitely am. My boy Beanie. Here, let's start with this tweet. Getting him out of order here. But yeah, Beanie fudded the shit out of this thing. Which is weird. Like Beanie's all over the place lately. I like the guy. You like love the guy. But yeah, kind of shitting on Fantasy Top, which is kind of odd. And then you got the Cabal ready to pounce on him, which is, yeah, that's cool. Oh, and Beanie, by the way, like coming back kind of apologizing there, right? Like he's always preached, get into something early, you stand to win. And that's kind of all this is. It's getting into a hot platform early. And if you do, you're probably going to win. Are we still early? I kind of think so. So yeah. Beanie with the kind of bad take. Everyone pouncing. You know how it goes. So like I said, though, guys, Zenika winning big and a couple of the other guys winning big on those rewards. Well, it is top heavy. If you get in and you don't play this seriously, you're probably not going to make a fortune, but you're not going to make nothing. So I can't remember if I said this, but each card For every card you would have held, got 4.6, I believe, 4.6 gold. Again, at $10. Let's go $10 a pop. It's a pretty decent payday for each card. So yeah, watch and feel out this ecosystem, the Fantasy Top ecosystem. It's changing as people get into that, as people like adopt that platform, get in and try playing. It's changing. The supply changes. You got a couple of factors there. You got the packs of cards that you open, and when you open them, it mints new cards. On the other side, you got to basically burn those cards to level up your cards. So there's deflationary aspects to it too. That ecosystem in general, deflationary right now. So some people playing the card game, just buying up the cheap cards, sometimes flipping them for more to people who are trying to level up their cards. There's a lot of angles here. But everything I've read is telling me it's worth getting in there. I wonder too, you might, like I'm going to say might, I don't know this at all, but you might get a free pack actually if you sign up. So I'll say this, I did try signing up today, got stopped at the point where you got to bridge over some ETH, and again, that's the hurdle. That's where I stop usually. It's like, God, I got to actually do some work here, so I didn't bridge any money over. I'm going to. If there's a free pack, I'll absolutely be mentioning that tomorrow. I don't know why, but I feel like there is something free that you get some cards for joining. Could be totally wrong, but it's at the very least worth finding out because, again, the airdrop. Getting 4.5 gold for every card, why would you not? And I think this part's really important. Dancing Eddie, like his takes. I do. I really like this guy. But you got a guy like this who, again, you got to find these people that you respect those takes and that you can kind of trust at face value. But the guy's saying the game's actually fun. So that's kind of all I need to hear. You take rewards, combine that with a fun platform. That's it. That's the secret formula. That's the secret formula to have something successful here. So keep your eyes on this, guys. Let me get through some comments here. Sorry, I've been kind of chatting my head off here. Yeah, Dad, you're a Blast guy. And dude, from the beginning, I remember you sharing your referral code. Yeah, you've been a Blast guy from basically day one. Nice. Okay, gold turns to points, but those points end up leading to a Blast token, right? Otherwise, what are the points for? No, I think you're right there, but I think at the end of that rainbow is still a coin, right? I'm assuming so. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, easy enough. I've got no ETH. I'm going to have to like convert some Bitcoin to ETH, which I don't want to do. But I do not want to miss Blast anymore. Like, not at all. It's too rewarding. Like, it just is. And it's going to be one of those, like, dude, I'll kick myself. And I think, just in general, this part I'll say we. I think we will kick ourselves in the end if we're not over there. Because of how easy I think it's going to be. Like, low effort, participate as much or as little as you want, but any participation, you earn. If you can earn passively just by staking, that's your baseline, 3%. So maybe doesn't add up to a ton if you're putting over half an ETH, 3%. I mean, kind of so what, but also it's not doing anything else, just sitting in your wallet. So yeah, definitely worth considering. It's definitely worth looking at. And I'll just say probably getting into. By the way, I got to peek at volume because there's just so many plays. But yeah, in Fantasy Top, dude, almost $17 million of trading volume for those NFT cards, right? And I see some people hitting grails. Like, you crack... Man, there's no better feeling than cracking a pack of cards and getting, like, the card. Like, any of you guys collect sports cards, like IRL? And if so, what is your best pull? And just, man, remember that feeling when you hit something big? It's like, man, nothing beats it. I think, let me think. Okay, mine was a kid. I think it was 1990, maybe 91. Never collected cards. My dad, big card collector. So we go into a sports shop, and I remember there was a Shaquille O'Neal rookie card, his draft card in Skybox. right? You had a chance of pulling that, and if you pulled it, it was worth like $50, which was a lot back then, but especially to a kid, I was probably 10. So yeah, bought one pack, cracked it open. There it was, the Shaquille O'Neal draft card. $50, dude. You know, like that. You know that euphoric feeling, especially when you're a kid. Like that was it. From that moment on, dude, card collector. I think though, I already I collected comics before that, but from that moment on, sports card collector too. And it's kind of what you got going on here with Fantasy Top. Okay, by the way, here's what it pisses me off that I can't even browse the site without bridging that money over. Like I just want to poke around and see what people are doing, unless I'm on like the wrong site. But like I can't get any further into this without bridging that ETH over. Unless I'm in the wrong spot again. But man, I just want to poke around. I want to see what the interface looks like where people are like setting their lineups and stuff. I want to see it. But yeah. Oh, okay, Dad. So yeah, still ultimately a coin's coming. Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah, people love that. I love it. But yeah, I just, man, I do not want to miss this at all. At freaking all. Man, this is, I'm like scrolling through my timeline. This is kind of all I see anybody talking about. Fantasy pack, or excuse me, yeah, the fantasy top packs, 0.3 ETH now. Damn. Okay. And you might be eligible for a free pack. I wonder why. I wonder why you would be eligible, though. Do any of you guys know? Maybe, okay. I'm going to guess you probably had to be like one of those early adopters as far as, at the very least, you needed to have some of your ETH over in that platform, right? So probably that to start, and then maybe you're eligible, but again, I'm not sure. I have a feeling if I'm just bridging over now, I don't have a free pack coming my way. And be really careful. I don't trust. Yeah, I mean, how many of these are fake? Yeah, those are all fake, right? Guys, be super freaking careful. Yeah, okay, they put it right below. This is the final tweet. Man, this is how they get you. All these fake tweets that'll drain your wallet. Man, be so careful, guys. Holy shit. Well, this is saying if that's real that the airdrops ended, but yeah, maybe it's over, guys. He might have that wrong. Yeah, okay, this is what I'm curious. That's what I was digging for. Damn, okay. No real replies, but I want to find out about these free packs here. Huh. Do you guys know it all? Yeah, seems maybe no, but free packs. If you go hunting, though, guys, be really freaking careful. God, I don't think I've seen so much spam. Holy cow. Dude, maybe they're just lying to get people to bridge money over. It could be. All right, so I'll do some digging into that. I'm going to see if there are free packs to claim. If so, I'll tweet it out. I don't want people missing that. Oh, we're in for a week. I can feel it. I can feel it, right? We're just starting this way with the fantasy stuff. So today, the tournament's live. The attention farming, the man, it's going to get wild. We also have some big events out in Asia. There's Bitcoin Asia and Ordinal Asia. I don't know. Two big Bitcoin events out there. Henry's going to be out there, probably going to be joining the show still in the middle of the night. So that'll be cool. Guys, on that, I think we're out of here. Good Monday show to kick off the week. Got a lot more ahead of us this week, though. It's going to be a fun one. Remember, if you are not subscribed already, God, I need to have this lined up ahead of time. But guys, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed to SlamX Official over on YouTube. Got some exclusive stuff that'll be coming there. Hope you guys have a fantastic freaking day. And on that, we'll see you tomorrow. See you guys.